All right, guys, we can bring it in, okay? All right, guys, so we're going to continue. All right, so again, we talked about ideal positioning being in on the armpits here, okay? However, this is going to be a dynamic situation, okay? This is going to be a constant fight. I'm not going to be able to just go there and just stay here. All right, for example, maybe he's controlling my wrist, okay? We even looked at breaking the posture from this position, so maybe my hands are on him here, but he uses hands there to take my hands off and pull his knees into his chest here, breaking my posture, stuff like this. This is a constant fight that's going to be happening, all right? And when I get my arms, my hands here to the armpits, I have to stand up straight away, okay? I'm not going to be able to just hang out here, all right? There's going to be a constant battle of potentially he grabs a wrist here. I need to be circling my hand, okay? Straight away looking to go to the armpit. All right, so if he grabs my wrist, okay, straight away, I need to be circling my hand, look, out of there, right to the armpit. Okay, maybe it's a thing if he's grabbing at my head, okay? He might be reaching for my head here. This is a thing of trying to control the wrist here, okay? I move to the side and I peel this off. All right, I want you guys practicing these things as well, okay? So we're going to practice this in the drill now, okay? Where I hand fight until I can get to here, and then straight away, I'm looking to stand up to my feet. Okay, so again, I'm looking to go here, but he's grabbing my wrist potentially. Okay, I got a circle, maybe he grabs my head. Okay, I need to try to peel that off. All right, if the arm is a bit straighter, I have some good posture here, I might be able to post here, just pop it off like so. Okay, if his arm is bent here, it's gonna be hard to pop that off. I'll need to go to the wrist, peel it off, and the whole time trying to fight to get to the armpits there and stand up. Okay, again, it's not something I'm gonna be able to maintain. Okay, in the gi, when we train the gi, there's some grips that we could maintain for a longer amount of time. Okay, when it's no gi, it's a little bit more dynamic. Okay, and I got to try to get there and then stand up at an instant. Okay, so again, I want you practicing this now. Look, he controls my wrists maybe. Okay, this means he could break my posture right now. If you pull the knees in, yeah, he's gonna break my posture there. Okay, so I can't just let this happen. I need to constantly look. I circle, bam, into the armpit. Okay, I circle into the armpit, but maybe he's grabbing my head now. Okay, so I need to peel, okay, into the armpit. And the whole time I'm looking to stand up. Maybe he's even grabbed my head at this point. Okay, and look, I need to peel again, back to the armpit. Okay, and eventually I manage to get to a point where it's hard for him to do anything. Okay, it's hard for him to grab my head now. Okay, if he's reaching, look, it barely gets a good grip on it. And now I can start to stand up. Okay, keep the guard closed here. Okay, and I stand up. From here, we looked at reaching back, okay, like so. Maybe there's no space there. Or maybe there's shorter legs, all right, and I can't get into any space. I'm gonna go two hands to the knee, and we're gonna look to push the knee down straight away, okay? One little bit of an issue with the position can be that he could grab both my legs, okay? So this could happen, okay? If this happens, potentially he could knock me over, okay? So if he knocks me over here, okay, just like so. All right, this could potentially happen, all right? So the way I want you to see this is still a much better result actually than you being stuck in a closed guard and a person breaking our posture. Okay, if I just stay on my knees and allow my partner to constantly be breaking my posture here, keep me stuck here, eventually we're gonna end up in worse and worse positions. He's gonna start locking up triangles here. Okay. Stuff like this. He's gonna work towards arm bars. Stuff like this. We looked at the Kimura from here. He could attack my arm. Okay, all these things can only happen if I stay on my knees. Okay, so again, my whole emphasis here is trying to get to my feet. All right, if he's controlling my wrist here, I need to be pummeling, getting to the armpits. If he's grabbing my head, constantly removing them until I can get standing. I'm gonna go all the way up tall. I reach back, I have no space. I go two hands to the knee, I push it down. Okay, and I want you to have this idea in your head that even if they grab our ankles here, and even if he knocks me over, this is a better result than just being stuck in the closed guard, okay? I have many options from here, okay, where I could look to remove my legs, get back to a standing position, okay, and eventually work even past his legs. Stuff we'll look at in a moment, okay, but eventually could work past his legs to a point where none of that is a danger anymore, okay? But again, I would much rather him grab both of my legs and knock me over than I remain stuck in a closed guard, constantly having my posture broken and having submissions attempted, okay? So again, I want you practicing the hand fight. So he grabs my wrist, Okay, I don't want him to be able to break my posture here. So look, I got a circle. Okay, and I try to go to the armpit. Okay, maybe he doesn't keep my wrist, he goes to my head even. Okay, I grab the wrist, I peel it off. Okay, I look to go to the armpit. The whole time, looking to stand up to my feet. Okay, maybe still reach for my head. This is okay. Just peel it off again. I'm just constantly getting all the way up until a point where I can control the knee here, push down in it. He grabs both my ankles. Okay, and again, even at this point, maybe I can still free a leg. Okay, and manage to remove my legs like so. We'll look to practice this in a moment. Okay, but again, I have to stand up to my feet, even if that means I get off balance a little bit, he grabs my legs, he knocks me over. This is all a much better result than being stuck in our closed guard, okay? Let's give this a go. 1, 2, 3, cheers, thank you.